guys? Welcome back to another Sport Universe Reacts. So, based off title, thumbnail, all that jazz, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Dellin Betances signed with the Mets today. 1 year, $10.5 million deal with a player option for the year after, next year obviously, so 2021. Very exciting deal. Obviously, I'm going to get into it, but first, what do I want to start with? I guess I'll just get right into it. So, like I've said in many videos, podcasts, point of views, whatever, I've said over and over again that Dellin Betances has to be on the Mets. That should be their target. There's a few reasons for it. Obviously, with how the Mets are structured right now, you know they don't want to spend a lot of money, and even though that's annoying, we know that that's one of their concerns. And Dellin Betances is one of those players that has a lot of upside, but is going to cost a little bit amount of money because of how his season last year went. I think he played one game last season because he was out for a while, came back, then tore his Achilles or something like that, the game that he came back. So now he's apparently all that's behind him and he's ready for his new start with the Mets. And because of that, the injuries, he was willing to take on a one-year deal, which would a one-year deal to basically show for next year that he's that same player, that the elite talent that he was before last season happened. And the Mets, I think, are going to take advantage of that. I think he's a great fit for their bullpen. Obviously, they need as much help as they can get, and he's someone that I would be willing, like they obviously were, to risk some money on for a bullpen arm. Like I've said over and over again, I don't really like making big moves for bullpen players, but Dellin Betances has the talent, and $10.5 million for 1 year isn't going to break the bank. And also there's a player option, but we'll see what happens with that. So how their bullpen really stands right now is Seth Lugo, Dellin Betances, and Edwin Diaz. Obviously, there's Jerry Familia, Justin Wilson, Brad Bach, all these other players, Rob Gazelman. So they have a pretty good bullpen. I think the biggest, what's that word that they always use? The biggest, the biggest component of their bullpen is going to be Edwin Diaz. If he can have, it basically all rides or dies on him. If he can have a comeback season next year, they'll have one of the best bullpens in the league if everyone plays how they're supposed to play. If he doesn't, they'll still have a good bullpen because Dellin Betances provides protection. Now, I don't want to just go up right out and say they're going to have a good bullpen because, obviously, like I've explained many times, you can't really base 1 year of a bullpen arm for how it's going to go the rest of his career. They're very volatile pitchers. I mean, very volatile positions, similar to kickers in football, like I've said before. But they have the opportunity with Dellin Betances to have a really good bullpen. And next thing I want to go to from Mets fans' perspective, obviously this is all from a Mets fan perspective, being that I am a Mets fan, but they've done nothing wrong this offseason if you look at it. They've addressed all their concerns, all their real concerns. Obviously there's some defensive concerns in the outfield and what's the other one? Catcher, for some reason. I never really saw that as a concern, but some people had that. But they went out and signed starting pitching. They went out and signed bullpen. We have to also consider where Rick Porcello or Walk is going to be. They could be another arm in the bullpen. I think they're well set up for next season. There's really nothing else that I expect them to do that I think Mets fans should expect them to do. I think they did a great job not breaking the bank on everyone, even though no one expects the Mets to ever do that. Maybe with Steve Cohen then, though, so keep an eye out for that. But I think they did a great job. Also kind of interesting, Dellin Betances, similar to Rick Porcello, also had other offers to go to other teams for more money, but wanted to come to the Mets. Rick Porcello said that the Mets have a great opportunity to win. Dellin Betances also cited that he's excited to come win a World Series with the Mets. But one of the bigger reasons that Betances decided to come to the Mets was because he wanted to play for his former teammate, Carlos Beltran, which is good that that decision is paying some dividends after the whole Astro scandal that came out a week after he signed with the Mets as their coach, even though we haven't really heard anything about that. But I guess that's it for this Reacts. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments about it, any thoughts about their signings, any thoughts about what the Mets should do for the rest of the offseason, let me know. Comment down below. Other than that, like and subscribe. Follow our Instagram. That's it. See ya.